Tensions are once again flaring in the Black Sea, as a Russian fighter jet reportedly engaged in a dangerous and unprofessional maneuver against a U.S. reconnaissance drone. This latest incident raises serious questions about Moscow's intentions and the potential for a direct confrontation between Russia and NATO forces. The event took place over international waters, a space where all nations have the right to operate freely. Yet, it seems Russia is attempting to assert its own rules, challenging the established international order, according to U.S. European Command. A Russian Su-27 fighter jet intercepted an American MQ-9 Reaper drone. But this was no standard intercept. The Russian jet allegedly flew recklessly, dumping fuel on the drone in what appears to be a deliberate attempt to damage it. The situation escalated dramatically when the Russian fighter then collided with the propeller of the MQ-9, rendering it unflyable. With no other choice, U.S. forces had to bring the drone down in the Black Sea. This act is not just a simple military miscalculation, it's a clear provocation. The MQ-9 Reaper is a surveillance and reconnaissance asset. It was not armed and was conducting routine operations in international airspace, keeping an eye on a region that has become a major global flashpoint. Its mission is to gather intelligence, providing crucial information that helps ensure stability and security. By targeting a U.S. asset in this manner, Russia is sending a hostile message, one that says it does not respect international laws or the right of other nations to operate in shared spaces. U.S. officials were quick to condemn the action. The White House National Security Council spokesman described the Russian pilot's actions as unsafe, unprofessional, and reckless. The Pentagon echoed these sentiments, emphasizing that this type of aggressive behavior could lead to miscalculations and unintended escalation. Imagine what could have happened if the asset had been a manned aircraft instead of a drone. The lives of pilots could have been put at risk, creating an international crisis of immense proportions. This incident highlights the razor-thin margin for error in the current geopolitical climate. Now, why would Russia do this? There are several potential reasons. First, it's a show of force. Moscow wants to project an image of strength and assert its dominance in the Black Sea, a region it considers its strategic backyard. By harassing U.S. military assets, Russia is testing the resolve of the United States and NATO. It's a high-stakes game of chicken, designed to see who blinks first. They are pushing the boundaries to see how far they can go without triggering a direct military response. Second, it's about disrupting intelligence gathering. The U.S. and its NATO allies have been providing significant intelligence support, which is vital for understanding movements and activities in the region. By downing a key reconnaissance drone, Russia aims to create a blind spot, hindering the ability of Western nations to monitor its actions. This is a tactical move designed to gain an advantage in a highly contested operational environment. Third, this could be a message aimed at a domestic audience. The Russian government may be using this incident to fuel a narrative of standing up to the West, portraying itself as a powerful nation defending its interests against foreign encroachment. In times of conflict, such displays of military bravado can be used to rally public support and distract from other issues. In response to this provocation, the United States has made it clear that it will not be deterred. U.S. Air forces in Europe stated that they will continue to fly and operate in international airspace in full compliance with international law. This is the only appropriate response. Backing down in the face of such aggression would only embolden Russia to engage in even more dangerous behavior in the future. The U.S. Navy and Air Force have a constant presence in the region for this very reason, to uphold the principles of freedom of navigation and overflight. The key now is to manage the fallout from this incident carefully. Diplomatic channels have been engaged, with the U.S. State Department summoning the Russian ambassador to express its strong objections. This is a crucial step in de-escalating the situation and ensuring that lines of communication remain open. Misunderstandings and miscalculations are the greatest dangers in moments like these, and direct communication can help prevent a small incident from spiraling into a much larger conflict. However, the U.S. response isn't just diplomatic. Militarily, the U.S. Navy and its allies are likely increasing their presence and readiness in the Black Sea. This isn't about starting a fight, but about showing unwavering commitment. The message to Moscow is simple: we are here, we are watching, and we will not be intimidated. Assets like naval destroyers, equipped with advanced radar and defensive systems, serve as a powerful deterrent. Their presence reminds any potential aggressor that the cost of further provocation would be extremely high. Furthermore, there is the matter of recovering the downed drone. The MQ-9 Reaper contains sensitive technology, and the United States will want to ensure it doesn't fall into the wrong hands. A recovery operation would be complex and potentially contested, as Russia would also be interested in retrieving the wreckage for its own intelligence purposes. This creates another potential point of friction, a race against time in the depths of the Black Sea. The U.S. Navy has the capability to conduct deep-sea recovery operations, and you can be sure that plans are being put into motion. The successful recovery of the drone would not only protect U.S. technology, but also serve as a demonstration of American technical and logistical superiority. This event has undoubtedly made Moscow think twice. While they may have scored a minor tactical victory by downing a drone, they have also triggered a firm and unified response from the United States and its allies. It has reinforced NATO's resolve and likely accelerated plans to bolster defenses on the alliance's eastern flank. Instead of intimidating the U.S., Russia's actions have only strengthened the American commitment to regional security. Moscow may have won the battle for one drone, but in doing so, they have made the strategic environment much more challenging for themselves. The world is watching to see what happens next. The U.S. and NATO will continue their missions, upholding international law and ensuring the safety and security of the region. This incident serves as a stark reminder of the professionalism and restraint required of all military forces operating in close proximity. The actions of that single Russian pilot have had far-reaching consequences, putting not just a drone, but regional stability at risk. The U.S. response, a combination of firm diplomacy and unwavering military presence, is designed to make Moscow regret its reckless decision. It's a clear signal that provocations will be met with strength and resolve. The freedom of the seas and skies is a cornerstone of the international system, and it is a principle worth defending. Thank you for watching. It's a complex and fast-moving situation, so be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell to stay updated on this and other important global events. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Stay safe, and we'll see you in the next video.